going into tonight. No doubt she's done plenty of work at home. She grinded away okay on Monday night over the 595. Nothing screamed that she's ready for 700 in 5 days' time, but we know that she's a one-pacer. She's a bit of a grinder to the line. Small field suits her, gets leaders back, and she'll be there to strike. Just not sure if she's ready at this point of time to come over the top of them.
Now, we have seen some market move, not through support, but just the market tightening up, where Flying Envy's now out to $1.60. So, Smithy, I'll get to you. You've got the man who's got Flying Envy by his side, and that's Terry Earnshaw.
Yes, I've got Terry Earnshaw, Flying Envy. Obviously, small field on paper will probably suit her.
Yeah, definitely will suit her, but we'll see what she does with it.
She's nice and short in the market, obviously only a small field with her scratchings and a couple going into the fireball. Box number 1, is that exactly where she needs to be?
That's exactly where she wants to be, but she's probably a run short, I reckon, so we'll see if she'll get it out.
Quick word, Flying Proud, gone into the fireball from box number 7. Any sort of confidence?
Yeah, actually, we've got more confidence in her than this one, so she's going real good at the moment, and she just needs a bit of luck in the field and see what she can do.
Good luck, Terry. Gerald Lanigan, Kanya Vivi. Gerald, this dog was really working its way through the grades and had a bit of a let up and is now back and hopefully in form.
Yeah, she did have a bit of a break and had one run back at Sandown over the 600. And it was a good run, we're happy with it. And she does perform better here than Sandown.
And how good is it to see an extra staying race on the program?
Fantastic. Should be more of them.
I absolutely agree. And Cooper Bradley, third and last runner in the field. Saw Destiny Lane take a bit of a tumble last week. Clearly no ill effects.
Yeah, no, she's obviously pulled up good if Tom's put her back in, and she can obviously run the distance, so just see how she goes.
Still obviously young in her career, and box number 8 in a small field should be left alone, you'd imagine?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, she's got plenty of room to work with, so if she just does what she can do, I'm sure she'll run a good race.
Well, good luck. 3-dog field, full of intrigue. Obviously, the short price favourite, fellas. Terry Earnshaw didn't seem that confident, though.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race, and all greyhounds prices if they're a chance. Nathan Rooney, first to you. Flying Envy short. Are you as confident as what the market is?
Yeah, I rated it 160. I went 1, 4 and 8. I thought they might just get in Indian file and hold their line here. I think her best form is off box 1. She gets the lead, dictate from the front and get a clear unimpeded run. So Terry wasn't over keen, but I think this is the right sort of race for her, so I've got her on top.
And Michael Ty, you're willing to take her on. Tell us why.
I just think she's too short. I think Kanya Vivi's the most natural stayer. I saw enough in her run on Monday night to suggest that she can win this, and I think she's a huge, huge price.
So Michael Ty with the 4, Kanya Vivi. Nathan Rooney with the red, Flying Envy. And again, punters, you just saw that QR code on screen. You're getting overs for Saquon in tonight's Maturity Classic final. Get involved in that QR code throughout the night. In the meantime, this is race 4 and Maturity Night. Let's get upstairs once again with James Vandermark.
Backs up here at a second go at the Meadows over the journey as they're about to move in. Only a field of 3. It's an intriguing battle over the 730 metres. Short price favourite's been really easy right out the gate, the red to 2.15. Flying Envy, a moment ago she was $1.60. They're set to run. Field of 3 for the stayers. They're ready and they're racing, and Flying Envy jumped quickly. She's going to go through and get an uncontested lead. 3 or 4 in front over Destiny Lane, who works past Kanya Vivi, who just drops away 3 lengths off the second last runner and 6 off the leader. So Flying Envy down with a lap to go. She's getting it her own way. 4 lengths in front of Destiny Lane and 6 away Kanya Vivi. Just couldn't go the early burn, and the burn is on. Flying Envy led. Destiny Lane moves up within a length, and they're toe-to-toe. 7 lengths to Kanya Vivi, who's doing her best to tack on, but Flying Envy just gave a kick and put 2 on Destiny Lane, who's trying to knuckle down and come again. Kanya Vivi runs on about 3 lengths away, but it's Flying Envy in front. She's maintaining the rage, and Flying Envy got home. Won it by a length over Destiny Lane. Will Kanya Vivi bring back the marathon? She runs them down. If so, she was only a half length away third, and clearly the best of the closing section. 43.12, Flying Envy all of the way.
Pretty cleanly run race with the 3 dogs going around, and the market ends up quite reflective of what we ended up seeing in the race. Flying Envy straight to the front, and I'm sure a man who's thrilled to bits and probably relieved given the way he spoke pre-race. Corey Smith with Terry Earnshaw.
Patrick just mentioned you might have been feeling a little bit of relief there down the back. She got challenged, but she gave a nice little kick.
Yeah, well, happy with that. But yeah, still at the end, she just paddled there, didn't she? So we thought that might be the case with her tonight.
You said pre-race that she was maybe a run short. That'll top her off nicely for whatever she goes to next. What is the plan? You still try and pick off some of these 700s?
Yeah, we will, but she's just a week-by-week sort of thing where we put her and freshen her up. She doesn't like staying over it, so she has a couple of runs over it, then she wants to freshen up and go again. So, yeah, we'll see what happens next.
Well, good luck, Terry. Hopefully plenty more opportunities for Flying Envy, boys. She had to be tough. There was a fair bit of pressure coming at her, and she gave a nice little kick.
Yep, she did. She looked like she might have been under threat to the middle part of the race. Nathan Rooney, straight to the top. But did you think she was going to win when we got to the boxes the second time around?
It was just a question I wanted to pose to Michael, actually. So last week, Destiny Lane fell, and it fell after 20 or 30 metres. So just something, that plays in my mind is you don't get a solid hit out, and that was only her first go at 700 last week. So she's kind of gone around and most probably hasn't had that gut buster. And then when they went, a lap and a quarter, and she was on there, I thought, I reckon this would be the telling sign of not having that race last week, so to speak.
Absolutely, yep.
And even though Flying Envy was paddling, I think she peaked on her run Destiny Lane, and the only one picking up the bit, so to speak, late was Kenya Vivi.
Yep.
She did flash and run past them, and then it'll be interesting when the data comes out to know if she's actually charging through the line or the two in front of her are hitting the brick wall. So that's most probably one that we'll let Jason's race data sort out and go up Monday morning to dissect and get a bit more of a true guide of how well Kenya Vivi's ran through the line. But I wasn't too worried when the pink was second. I thought Kenya Vivi was the danger, and when Flying Envy was able to put a decent gap on her mid-race, I didn't think she was going to be stopping that much for Kenya Vivi to come over the top.
The way the race ended, you quite correctly said Kenya Vivi's fitness query. Well, she needed 800 metres the way the race ended up. She just couldn't go a yard early. You can probably see the method to my madness there in selecting her, even though she's ran last in a 3 greyhound race. But she was winning into the catching pen. It looks to me that race is about 3.5 lengths slower than the average 730 metre time. So, all honours to the winner.
Hey, don't be so harsh, Mick. She's ran a place. She's ran a place.
Yeah.
Come on.
The one thing I didn't want to happen tonight was maybe pick the last runner in a 3 greyhound race. But anyway, we move on.
Yeah. All right, bit of time to kill here before we get stuck into the first leg of the quaddie. And as Smithy spoke about with the Guru, it's always good to see graded staying races on any city card. But unfortunately, boys, they're sort of few and far between in this era. So I'll throw it to you firstly, Nate. Is this a sort of reflection of the type of population that we've got at the moment, or is it a thing where we see less greyhounds capable of running the distance? What's your take on why we don't see as many staying races as what we would have, say, 5-10 years ago?
I think breeding's got a lot to do with that, Jace. Everybody wants to breed for speed. I think
as in volume or the type of breeding?
The type of breeding. I think everybody, in the modern era wants to breed a fast dog. You want to get out in front. You, as form analysis and people that want to bet on the game, we're looking at speed map advantages. We're looking what can get forward and get rolling and get out of trouble. So when you continue to, as a breeder, breed for speed, then you're taking, that natural staying strength out of it. So you're finding a lot of races are conducted over, even if you want to go to a provincial track, say Bendigo, there's a lot more 425 races than there are 500. Geelong, there's a lot more 400 races than there are 460. And then that flows onto the city. There's a lot more 500 metre races than there are 6. And there's not many 6s, and then there's even less of 7. So it becomes hard for them dogs that are bona fide stayers. And then to get the moles in their legs becomes hard. You're finding dogs exactly like Kenya Vivi that have 1.595 and straight up to 7.30. We found on Thursday night at Warrnambool there's a 6.50 race on. That takes a couple of